Episode 36. Mike tells Bill he doesn't want him or his clients leaving the firm because they represent a boatload of money. And Bill tells him that's where he's wrong. And then Mike tells him too that he and Bill built the firm together, and Bill corrects him and says no, he and Vernon Dupree built the firm. And this is the first time hearing that Vernon helped Bill with building his firm. That's interesting, especially since Vernon's not a lawyer, but I guess because Bill was married to Danny, that Vernon used his influence to help him get his firm up and running. Interesting. Mike has no one but himself to blame. No one told him to go around sexually harassing the women employees as well as other women in the community. That's his fault. And he needs to take some accountability in that. And he should understand that Bill needs to separate himself from him because his actions has affected the firm. And so not only is his actions affecting him, but it's affecting others who have nothing to do with it, i.e. the lawsuit where Bill had to pay out money to women who Mike had harassed. So Mike is not looking at the bigger picture. I think he doesn't want to because he doesn't want to hold himself accountable. Next, Mike also says that he's collateral damage because of Naomi wanting to get back at Bill for his affair with Haley. And again, Mike is not holding himself accountable for his actions. He's blaming everybody for what he's done. Classic symptoms of a narcissist. Next, another narcissist, Martin, met with Tyrell's principal, and again, he doesn't listen. Tyrell has told Martin multiple times to not interfere, and especially, why would he go to the principal? What does he think that's going to do but make the situation worse? Because now the principal's going to ask Tyrell who the culprits are, or find out who the culprits are who's bullying him, and then if they get punished, then they're going to blame Tyrell, and then the bullying is going to increase. Next, Andre comes by Ted and Nicole's and tells Nicole he wants to speak to her privately. Ted is acting as if Andre is going to tell Nicole what he told Andre about the affair. And he should know that Andre idolizes him and looks at him as a second dad. He would never betray him that way. So I don't know, maybe Ted is just paranoid because of Leslie popping up everywhere. Who knows? Next, again, this narcissist Martin, he's justifying meeting with the principal about Tyrell's bullying because he's worried about other kids as well. And Smitty tells him he should have been there, and Smitty should have been there. They're supposed to be a team, but he just goes without Smitty because he knows Smitty would have told him that's not the right thing to do. But it doesn't look good to go to the principal just by yourself when you're supposed to bring your partner as well, especially since you and your partner are raising Tyrell. So yeah, Martin, I don't get it. He wants to do everything on his own as if he's not a married man or a family man, and that's just not the way to do things. Next, Danny tells Haley that Bill loves her, and she sees the way that Bill looks at Haley. It used to be the way that he would look at her. And so she says to Haley, and she wished someone would have warned her about Bill as well, because she's basically telling Haley that enjoy it now, because so you only serve a purpose, and when your purpose is done, Bill will be done with you. And of course, Haley's like, no, that's not going to happen to me. People always think nothing's going to happen to them. Like, she's so special. She's the one that will not have to go through what Danny went through. And she doesn't look at it that the same way that you got him will be the same way that you lose him, because that man wasn't a single man when she got with him. So she needs to think about that. Next, Nicole tells Andre she doesn't want to just talk about the good times in the anniversary video. She wants to also talk about the rough times. And Ted tells Nicole don't blame herself about the rough patch that they were going through when Martin was little, and Nicole was having multiple miscarriages, and she was going through this IVF treatment as well. And Ted began to hang out more and distance himself, and so yeah, they were having a lot of issues. So Ted was just telling her, don't blame yourself, that he's the one to blame. And Andre's looking like, oh my goodness, is he about to tell her about the affair? And then Ted says something about this letting Nicole down and leaving it as that. Next, Haley is geeked. Danny gave the country club staff permission to serve her, so she doesn't have to go to the diner no more. She is official at the country club. They're not going to ignore her no more, and she is just on cloud 9. Next, Andre tells Ted it's getting late and to taper the conversation for another time. So Nicole goes to bed, and Andre asks Ted, what was that about? Because he told him, he said, it sounded like you were about to tell Nicole about the affair. And Ted tells him, no, I wasn't going to admit that, but I'm feeling guilty about it. Next, Bill thanks Danny for allowing the staff to serve Haley. And this is what I say about Bill. He does not know how to read the room. He knows that Danny is still getting over him, and then you're gonna come and be like you're noble. Oh, thank you. Just leave it alone. Danny did something nice. She's finally getting over, well, I don't know if she's getting over the anger, but I mean, looks like it's not consuming her the way that it used to, and probably because she's drinking all the time. But anyway, like, why would you just let it be? She did a good deed, let it be. And that ends the episode.